Hello everyone, welcome to Gent Watches. Today I'm going to be doing some ranking of kings. We are on episode 6. Episode 6 of Ranking of Kings. Last time we had a pretty surprising episode with, it was basically the fallout of the swordsman pushing Boji in. Now, I'm going to be bad with a few names in this. I don't know the swordsman's name. I don't know the queen's name. I don't know the ex-king's name. I don't know the name of Bryce Papenbrook's character. I know Boji, I know Kage, I know Dida. And that's kind of it. So, forgive me if I just used people's titles as their names. But anyway, swordsman pushed Boji in because he was following orders. Orders from Dida. Dida gave him the orders to prove his trust because he thought that he didn't trust the swordsman because the swordsman had betrayed Boji, so maybe the swordsman would then betray Dida. Meanwhile, Dida went to a place to try to get the power of the ex-king. And then as he got there, the magic mirror was like, here's how we do it. Here's step 1, here's step 2, here's step 3, and all the steps were super disgusting and weird. And then as soon as Dida was holding it in his hands, he was like, you know what? I think I'm not gonna drink this because I think I should earn my power instead of just taking the previous king's power. And then the magic mirror was like, no you don't. And then Dida took out all the people, and then I can't remember if anything happened after that. But, oh, well, he threw the drink on the ground. But I don't know if the magic mirror is still, like, working with Dida. He's got to just be like, you made a mistake. Because the magic mirror kind of tried to kill Dida, didn't it? I want to say she because I think it's a feminine voice. But I don't know if the mirror has any pronouns. So, I will use they or it when I can. But anyway... was there anything else? Oh yeah, and the swordsman and Bryce Papenbrook disagreed about the the killing of Prince Boji, and so the Bryce Papenbrook's character tried to take him out, and then the dude was like, yeah, take me out, and then he cut off his own hand. Oversimplification of what happened, but now the Boji and Kage are in a weird place with a new king type figure. I have no idea what's happening there, but I'm sure we're gonna find out this episode. So let's get into episode 6. Sorry, I'm hiccuping a lot. I find when I record, I think it's the way that I talk, I hiccup. All right, so we're gonna get into episode 6 of Ranking of Kings. Here we go.
The first prince was so unfit that his younger brother was made king in his place.
Well, they didn't give him enough of a chance.
Listen,
Well,
Boji can't hear or speak, so if you want an answer out of him, it's gonna come through me.
yeah.
Then the absurd rumors were entirely correct.
Why, you smug.
It's okay. He hasn't done anything crazy yet,
So it's
so
like this.
That's something, eh?
guess something.
Anyway, we gotta find this death whoever so we can make Boji the mightiest man around.
I forgot what it was as well.
That stumbling weakling hopes to become a mighty man?
Hey!
I'm the death something you seek.
Oh?
Huh?
Who are you? I can't read that. Something something ranky. I think it said ranking. Something something ranking. It's not. None of it's subtitled. It's odd because Crunchyroll should be able to subtitle that, but there's no subtitle options there. Like, I'm watching the English dub, right? So they've got free subtitle tracks that they can use because they separate it from the English sub. So I don't know why. Like, what? Why don't they subtitle it? It's crazy. Netflix has the same problem. Netflix, like, I mean, I feel like sometimes Crunchyroll doesn't have this problem, but Netflix always has this problem because Netflix cannot have subtitles that aren't their main subtitles for some reason. It's like they can only have like one set for the language. So if you wanna, what was I saying? So yeah, if you're watching the English dub, you just can't ever have subtitles on the screen, which sucks because they get shows like Komi Can't Communicate, which require subtitles to understand the show. So it's crazy. I mean, they cover it up by adding a narrator in the dub, like, or making the narrator more prevalent in the dub, and having the characters like read it out. But it's crazy. It's insane.
You take me for a liar?
Kind of.
Go.
Sire.
Are you gonna fight Boji? Well, he can dodge you a lot.
Let me see what you're capable of, son of boss.
How do you define strength?
Sit stay.
I know you
Go
can do
all
it.
out. Go all out and go out all out with dodging. You're allowed to dodge. Don't think that you have to exchange
By
blows.
the way, your opponent is the captain of the Order of the Underground.
Are you serious?
The captain.
I've heard about those guys. The ends of the earth. And cut it to bits where it stands.
Yeah, well, that monster didn't look like it was
The
armed
Order
or
of the
like
Underground
ready
are
for a
widely
fight.
recognized as the most powerful knights in the world. Do you still wish to fight?
Let's see if that's true. Yeah.
Your resolve to land a strike against that man.
How do you define a strike? Does he have to stumble? That's a strike. That's striking.
Have you come in jest?
Look at him.
Fine. Now try
Yes.
to let him hit you.
Thank you so much.
Good, 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 good.
All you, Boji.
Come on, Boji. Come on, please. Please don't embarrass all of us.
What?
Ho ho! Oh! Come on. The king's got to be at least mildly impressed.
Fine then.
Yes, he can. I don't know how he can, but he can. Good job, Boji.
Brilliant.
Yes.
That was so good, Boji.
And he's getting praised for it instead of disparaged like before. Does the king not care? Ah, he still looks bored. Come on, that's
See?
impressive.
Boji's skill is the real deal. You can make him stronger, can't you?
How will you get through your opponent's armor?
Well, that's your job. Make him strong enough to do
I
that.
thought the idea was you would teach him how to do that.
Yeah.
Did you read this letter before you came here?
Nah,
Nope.
I've been pretty busy.
Get them out of my sight.
What did it say? Yeah, smaller one. Come on. Oh.
Captain, here.
What? It's ripped. What did it say?
King Dessa is not the man you seek.
Why did he lie to us?
Because he thought it would be amusing.
Oh my
You
gosh.
would have gotten a chance had you simply remembered which desk something you were looking for.
Desfa's not the guy we need, then who is?
I am compelled by pity. But more than that,
Okay, we're back to this. Is the magic
How
mirror
could you do
mad?
this? But then, given your character, perhaps I should have predicted such a response.
You are good at predictions, aren't you?
Understand that I mean you no disrespect. It's a gracious offer.
You should mean the mirror disrespect. He's... Wow, he is a chubby little boy. Dida is surprisingly respectful. This guy's here.
It can't be!
I don't know what his deal is. Our piece. It sounded like he was actually going to do it.
That voice. It can't be. Was that Lady Miranjo?
Lady who? Miranjo? Who?
My name is Miranjo.
Miranjo. That's actually some pretty good hand animation. What?
Ma'am, in accordance with the will of King Boss, I am to make Prince Boji the king.
Then you would assassinate King Daida to protect yourself?
Ah, I see.
Such determination befits the spear of the king.
Do you have to make out with the mirror?
What could they be discussing?
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the best kisser of them all?
It couldn't be, surely.
Apis understands the situation. There's no need for violence.
He was ready.
Daida, for my earlier affront, I beg your forgiveness.
You expect my trust so soon after that?
Apis seems like a good
Grateful.
pawn to have. Oh! Okay. I mean, maybe he deserves a punch. You know? Just a little punch. Just for being a brat. Oh, he's tired out.
Probably because he puts up stuff like this. Anyway,
Desha.
let's go.
King Desha? Is that what that says? It's not subtitled, so I'm just trying to figure out the Japanese. Ugh.
At last, we've made it this
I
far.
thought they would be able to
In
do
truth,
that.
I had meant to reach this stage sooner.
I said that last time, that
His
they might just
eyes
scoop
were
it up.
Always upon me. Regardless, he found himself ensnared in my plans.
I knew they were gonna force it! Oh no.
Your hesitation was well justified, King Daida.
They're forcing it down
To
Daida's
augment your
throat.
power is not the elixir's purpose.
Oh, do a bit of a better job than that. Oh no. That's not good.
We found Prince Despa's house.
Is it? It doesn't look too kingly to me, but maybe. I guess it's big.
I wonder what he'll be like.
Okay.
Who might you be?
You mean you're
Hang on.
Despa?
That is my name.
Chris Sabat?
I wasn't expecting that.
I think that was Chris Sabat's voice. There's the episode. Alright, that was episode 6 of Ranking of Kings. Pretty solid episode. I would say with this show, I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm definitely liking the way that the story is playing out. I like the depth of the characters. I think maybe it's a tiny bit slow paced for me. Just a very tiny, very tiny bit. But that's completely fine. I feel like this show, they're trying to take their time with it and make sure that every moment is exactly like gets the most out of that moment that it possibly could. So that's still very nice. I think this show, I'm excited for the like back half of this show. I feel like the last half of this show is gonna be really good. I feel like, because that's gonna be like this. Basically what we're doing right now is a training arc, and I think in shonens generally the training arc tends to be not very interesting. I mean, when I think of shonens immediately, and I think of like MHA, it's him moving furniture on a beach. In Demon Slayer, it's him in the forest doing that like cutting the rock open thing. Like they have interesting like bits to them, but I think generally those arcs are a little less interesting. I do think Daida's story is more interesting right now. I think we're getting more out of that. So yeah, that seems like that's really good. And they're dropping a lot of hints of like lore and things to come and the ways that things fit together. So I think this is all a lot of setup that will be worth it in the end. Like the payoff will be worth it in the end. Favorite scene of the episode by far was was when Boji was trying to prove himself to the king, and so he proved that he could dodge really well to King Desha. Desha, I believe. Desha is the one we had at the start. Despa is the one we had at the end. So yeah, he was proving himself. He was proving that he was dodging. It was interesting that the guy was like, that Desha basically had like no reaction to it. He was like, yeah, you can dodge, you know, the best soldier I have. I guess that's exciting. But yeah, I guess all he wanted was to see a guy who had a lot of power. And Boji, he has no power, like none. If you got Boji up to like a slightly above average power, I think he would be very, very powerful. Because his dodging skills seem to be impeccable. Like the best. We haven't seen someone, when he's trying to dodge, we haven't seen anyone be able to hit him. So his dodging skills seem to be amazing, and his power seems to be absolute garbage. If his power was just like you know, a soldier, a regular guard's power, maybe, you know? If it was just that, I think he'd have it covered. I think he'd be able to do whatever he needed. Because eventually he'd be able to wear someone down, I think, by dodge, get a small strike, just enough to bruise him a little bit, you know? Then dodge, get a small strike. If you keep doing that, I mean, he would have it. He would have it, but I doubt they're gonna stop there. I doubt they're gonna give him just a little bit of strength, you know? And I'm sure he's gonna come across people like the, what's his name? Do I have it written down? I don't think so. A something. But you know, the shaven head guy, he seemed very fast. So I don't know, maybe he is on Boji's level of speed, of just when it comes to pure speed. I don't know what's gonna happen with Daida's storyline, because now he's just been force-fed this drink, so he's gonna like wake up and have the power of King Boss in him, I guess, is the idea. So don't know what's gonna happen there. We found out about Lady Mirajo, who is like, hang on, Miranjo? I think it's Miranjo. Lady Miranjo, who I don't really know who she is. She was just someone in the past, and now she's in a mirror, and she seems sinister. I thought maybe her being in the mirror is what made her sinister. But she seemed pretty sinister beforehand. I mean, we didn't see exactly what happened, but something pretty horrifying happened to the bald guy, I think, for him to become what he is now, I suppose. But these are all just hints that I'm trying to pick up on. Again, I'm very bad with lore stuff, putting lore stuff together. But then sometimes I think I'm bad at it, and then I'm actually good at it, but it's just that the show wasn't revealing as much information as I thought it was. And that's the only reason that I thought I wasn't getting it, because I was getting it. So I guess we'll find out as the show goes on. Chris Sabat is playing Despa by the sounds of it. I hope I'm not wrong about that, but I'm never normally wrong about Chris Sabat's voice. He's got a very distinctive voice. And he's a great actor. I think he genuinely, you know, doesn't change his voice that much. I can generally tell, like, straight away if it's a Chris Sabat voice. I don't think I've ever heard Chris Sabat playing a character and not realized until afterwards that it was Chris Sabat. He's just got one of those voices, you know? So it's cool to see him there. It's interesting. He's going to be probably training Boji if this goes the way it is. Which is funny because if he was training Daida instead, it would be a MHA situation where Chris Sabat is training Justin Briner with All Might and Deku, and then it would be Despa and Daida. But nope, he's training Boji. So there goes that little dub connection out the window. I think that's it. I think that's all I have to talk about this episode. Good episode. I don't have much to talk about, but good episode. It was really solid, and I'm excited for the, I guess mostly, like, episodes to come. Especially, I think the next few episodes are going to just be more of this sort of thing, of, like, just setting stuff up, setting things in motion. And, like, I'm gonna guess, if I had to guess, I'm gonna guess episode 12 or something. Yeah, I'm going to say episode 12 is where it's going to start to get, like, really good. That's just a complete guess based on how I think an anime adaptation would do it. Especially, like, that's sort of near the end of the first core. So, yeah, that's where you'd put it, I think. But we'll see. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you haven't subscribed already, please make sure to subscribe. I've got a ton of other reactions on my channel. And I'm going to be posting more of these all the time. Right now I'm doing this and your boy Kongming and Kaguya-sama and Aoashi. So stick around and make sure to like the video and comment down below. Give me your discussions. Add in little things, clarify things. Go ahead. But thank you all for joining me once again, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.